October 11th, 2020, we are in Talladega for the Blown Piston Racing League, the first race in the new Clash series on Sunday night, sponsored by JM Transport, and the race here in Talladega is sponsored by Wise Choice Contracting for your windows and door installation and replacements. Welcome. This is a brand new series where we're going to be driving the xFinity cars on iRacing, and we are starting out here on the Talladega track. We have, if I see correctly, 38 entries for this race. That means that we might have a heat race before we get to the main event because obviously the spots on the main event are limited. So let's take a quick look here at our race track. The Talladega Superspeedway is a 2.6 mile super speedway where speeds are pretty much flat out in the upper 190s when we are racing packs. This is one of the tracks where drafting is essential of being successful. So if you are not in a pack of drivers, in a pack of cars, and you are running by yourself, you're going to be losing anywhere from 5 to 15 miles an hour on top speed, and you're just simply out of luck. So we're going to be looking at big pack racing here tonight. The weather is absolutely fantastic. 71 degrees Fahrenheit temperature, 61% relative humidity, clear skies, 8-mile-an-hour winds. That's not going to bother us all that much here on a super speedway. And the track temperature is only 77 degrees Fahrenheit, which is not very high for these drivers. And that means that the track will not be all that slippery and greasy. The drivers are currently finishing up practice. As you can see, we have absolutely nobody on the track here, and that's because they're in the drivers' meeting with the administrators, going over a few of the rules here tonight. Well, let me give you some of those rules. The fuel limit on the cars has been set to 70%. I'm not exactly sure what the fuel window is, but I'm guessing it's going to be right around 50 laps or so. For this event, which will be 90 laps in total, the main event that is, we are going to be getting 4 sets of tires to play with, and that means that after the third change of tires, that's what it's going to be for the rest of the race. The drivers are getting 1 fast repair, meaning that when they get to pit lane with damage on the bodywork, suspensions, and whatnot, they will get an instant repair once in the race, and they can use it on whatever occasion they prefer. So if they have slight damage in the beginning, they might want to save that fast repair for bigger trouble when it comes down the road. This is what we call a fixed setup race, meaning that the drivers are being given a basic setup on the car. They cannot change a whole lot of stuff on there. The only things they can change, if I see that correctly on these cars, is the steering ratio and the brake bias, and that is pretty much it. So basically, this is very much so a series for drivers' talent, and it's a very successful series. We've been with them since last season. The Blown Piston Racing League was racing trucks on Friday nights. They are going to be doing that again this season. So next Friday night, this coming Friday night, be with us once again for the second season of the trucks. We're also going to be starting on the Talladega Motor Speedway on Friday with the trucks. But first, let's keep our attention to the xFinity cars here. We're going to get ready to go into qualifying, folks, and that means that every driver gets 1 lap here on the super speedway. We are not doing multiple laps on a long track like this. That is basically to keep it short. They get 1 lap to set a lap time, and the fastest lap time obviously will be deciding their position on the grid. So there is a lot of people that have come aboard on this series. Brand new sponsors. We're going to be giving away a pole award that is going to be sponsored by the Cop Blue organization. they are going to be giving the fastest qualifier an award every race, and obviously we'll be there to make sure that we know that we know who that is. Obviously. We have a bunch of drivers on the track. They cannot see each other. It is individual qualifying. We can pick out anybody that is on the track. We are looking at the number 46 of Tom Queering, an old friend that we've seen before in another series, the Saskatchewan Stock Car Series, and he has joined the Blown Piston series here. See how he can do it. A lot of these leagues are trying to work together and see if they can run each other's leagues there, and then every once in a while they'll have a special event where they try to decide which league has the best drivers. So where we don't see any lap times just yet, let's take another look at another familiar face, Ryan Nicoletta. We've seen him in the Saskatchewan series. Let's see, we have Pondo Co is also, I believe, from the Saskatchewan series. Ooh, and it looks like he brushed the wall. You don't want to do that on your qualifying lap, folks, because the qualifying lap has to be clean. Jason Branch in the number 22 Navy car. We've seen him last season in the trucks on Friday night, which I'm sure he's going to be doing this second season also on Friday nights. Jason was in with the finalists there fighting for the title, and unfortunately he didn't quite make it. The champion in the trucks was Mike Perry, and I don't see Mike Perry in this roster currently. It's a lot of names that I'm dealing with here, so there we see some times coming in, folks. Let's bring you up to speed here with the qualifying. It's Avery Wilson that has ran the quickest lap time so far. Then it's Brian Fallon, Jacob Manning, David Houghton, and let's see further down. We have Andrew Mraz there in 5th position. He was in the truck series as well last season. Very good and quick driver. And then Anthony Handley, Eric Kempf, Guy Schneider, and Tommy Ryan, Jeff Ryan. I believe those guys are cousins, if I remember correctly. And let's see, Ty Aiken, Chris White, Scott Wise there. Scott Wise in 13th position currently as the time is ticking away. And we still have some drivers on the track here. That is Donald Stewart in the number 10 car. Hasn't posted a time just yet. And I believe he pushes himself here into the 12th position with a 53.49. We see Corbin Simmons, and he has posted the 16th time. And let's see who else we have here. Roger Matthias. Roger is climbing up into 19th position. Jeff Figlin, who's a little slow loading paint job there in the 98 car. Haven't seen a time from him just yet, and there he is. He pushes himself into 10th position, no less. So there we have it, folks. Pretty much everybody getting ready, getting in there. That's the last car I see on the track. No, we have Randy Yoakum. He's come to a full stop in the number 25 car. We still have 3 drivers that have not posted a time, and they probably won't be able to do so as the time is ticking away. That means that we can be fairly sure that the pole award this time here in Talladega, the pole award is going to be going to Avery Wilson. So there you have it, folks. The Cop Blue Pole Award, your fastest qualifier, Avery Wilson in the number 18 car. He will be getting that award this time around. He will be starting and leading them around the track to take the checkered flag. We are going to do a heat race, and it looks like we have 4 drivers in that heat race. Let's give you a quick look here. That is Jason Kinzer, Pondo Co, Frederick Hofstadter, and Jonathan Munda. They are going to be battling for the final spots on the grid. If that is going to happen, because I don't see these guys yet. There you have him. That is Pondo Co in the number 82 car. He is the only one that is currently gridded up. And we are waiting for Jason Kinzer, Frederick Hofstetter, and Jonathan Munda. If they decide not to go, then the race director might just jump ahead and put us all on the grid for the main event. So the reason we have heats for these races will be that the fact that there are more entries. There we have Jason Kinzer coming onto the grid in the number 20 car. If we have more drivers than the race admin allows in the main event, then obviously the extra drivers will be fighting for those final spots on the track because they were not fast enough in qualifying. I believe the first 35 positions were determined by the qualifying. So we're going to do 10 laps of heat racing here with Pondo Co and Jason Kinzer for those final starting spots. Hofstetter and Munda, I have not seen them on the track. And I didn't see them during qualifying either, so they may have decided early on to kind of leave it for what it is. I'm not sure. Obviously, if you can't find the pace and you can't find the speed during practice, then yeah, you might want to reconsider what you're doing. Obviously, you don't want to be in the way of the people that are fighting for the wins in these races. So I will say this league has been extremely well organized and a lot of fun it has been in the first season with the trucks. So they expanded to these xFinity cars for the new season. We're going to do the trucks on Friday nights. We're going to do these cars on Sunday nights. These races will start with qualifying at what is it, 7 o'clock standard Central Standard Time, and the Friday night races, the trucks will be starting at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, and we'll be there with a short shift broadcasting to bring you the action. And we want to once again acknowledge and thank JM Transport for sponsoring both the series. We are very happy with them aboard. We want to also thank Wise Choice Contracting for sponsoring the opening event for both the series here at Talladega. The pace car is going to be leaving the track here. We're going to run 10 laps between Pondo Co and Jason Kinzer for those final spot on the grid for the main event, folks. And I'm fairly sure that we're not going to do yellow flags in this heat race. They very often do that just to make sure that everything runs pretty quickly here. We're not going to lose too much time on the heat races. So we have the number 20 of Jason Kinzer starting ahead there in front of Pondo Co, and exactly what was to be expected is what we're seeing. Pondo Co is staying right behind there on that bumper, and this is the style of racing that this track requires. You have to be nose to tail, and what we can accomplish with that is that both the cars will gain a little bit of speed. The second car will gain speed because obviously he's not moving all that air by himself. He is in a vacuum in the draft of the first car. Now the first car is also going to gain speed because the drag behind the car has been filled in by that other car. So the first car has less drag behind it, less of a vacuum behind it, and the second car has less wind on the nose. So that way both cars benefit from the draft. We call it bump drafting, even though they sometimes they actually do touch. They don't. It's not necessarily needed to both gain a little bit. If they're like this, they're close behind each other, then they'll both they'll both have that gain. So let's see. I believe that Mr. Munda, Jonathan Munda, has started from pit lane there in the number 55 machine, and Hofstetter has not taken the start. So right here we see Kinzer and Pondo Co. And it looks like Pondo Co is just taking his time there. He's got 10 laps to make it happen. Uh, it might not even be all that necessary to pass. If they finish it both this way, they should be both going over to the main event. Get a little bit of exposure here. We're on lap 3 of 10 in this. You get an idea of the lap times that we're running here. 52.17. We can give you a little bit of a look here and see what kind of speeds we are running. And 182, we've seen drivers that work together in packs in practice that were reaching the 190 and above mark, so the mid 190s should be doable at the front of the pack in the main event. So the 182 and 184 that we're seeing here, that is not the fastest lap time that we've seen during practice. And the difference might be that, you know, the more cars you can put in a train, the better this whole idea of drafting is going to work. So that might be part of why we're not seeing the 190 just yet, and they might just be choosing not to overdo it. Obviously, there's no point. There's no point at this moment. So let's go check back on Jonathan Munda. There you have the difference. If you're running by yourself, you're going to be struggling to reach that 180, 185. I mean, we're looking at Jonathan barely reaching 180 here on the straights. And obviously you're going to shrub away a little bit of speed in the turns. So yeah, that is the difference. Basically what you're looking at right here is the difference between running together with at least one other car, as Kinzer and Cole are doing, and being by yourself here, as Jonathan Munda is showing us. It's just simply not fast enough, and you need a buddy to work with. So one of the things we're going to be seeing in this series is there's a bunch of guys that are running by themselves as what we call free agents, privateers, whatever you want to call it. And we'll also see guys that have teamed up with several cars, 2 or more, and they'll be obviously looking for each other during the race, and they'll be working together during the race. And then a lot of these teams near the end of the race, the final few laps, it's obviously going to be everybody for himself. Racing is still an individual kind of sport. But that doesn't mean that you can't help each other move forward during a long race. As said, 90 laps on a 2.6 mile super speedway, that's a good distance. So 90 laps on Talladega, we're going to see a bunch of guys trying to work together, and they're going to be fighting for the win there at the end, obviously. Now, obviously, anybody that watches NASCAR in real life on television, they all know about the big one. And speedways, super speedways like Talladega and Daytona, they're famous for that pack racing. But it also means that we're gonna see some guys get in trouble. The thing is that if you're running nose to tail at speeds like this, 185, 190 miles an hour. It looks easier than it is, folks. You have to be very, very smooth. You have to be able to run that line steady, not make any sideway movements like we see Pondo Cole do there behind as he's trying to pass Kinzer and swap positions here. But if you are in a big pack, you need to be able to run that car on a very nice and tight line. We'll be looking at 2 wide, 3 wide racing here at Talladega, and any movement that is out of the ordinary is going to cause a crash. And if that is somebody that is in mid-pack, we're going to see a lot of guys get in trouble. So we'll be looking for that, obviously, and you need to try and stay out of trouble. We'll see drivers that will stay to the tail end of the pack for the first half of the race, trying to just run their laps and not fight for position all that much. And then towards the end, obviously they'll start running a little harder. So because the organizers of this league don't want the drivers to be totally done after that first problem. They have given them one fast repair, and one fast repair means that after one of those incidents, they can go to the pits, instantly get the bodywork and the suspensions repaired. The only things that are not included in that fast repair are the tire changes and the fuel, obviously. That'll take its normal time. And that at least gives them another shot at running the race to the finish. They only got one of them, so the second big one is is going to cost them the race. Obviously, if you run this track with damage on the bodywork, you're going to feel it really bad. Anything that disturbs that airflow around that car is gonna really hurt you. So the drivers really need to stay out of trouble and make sure they keep that car clean. So that's what it's going to look like, folks. We're on lap 9. We're almost done here with the heat race. Jason Kinzer and Pondo Co. still nose to tail here. I'm sure they're not going to take excessive risks. It doesn't really matter all that much. And let's go check back on Jonathan Munda. He is about 25 seconds behind there in third position. They're going to get the white flag here as we go into the last lap. Kinzer and Co. are at the head of the field here, and they're going to take first and second position. Jonathan Munda will take third position, and then we'll get ready to go to the main event. So as said, they're going to have 4 sets of tires for the main event, 90 laps, 4 sets of tires. That'll be it. If something happens and they cannot move the car anymore, or the car is extremely damaged, as we watch the guys come across the finish, it's actually Pondo Co. that puts it ahead of Jason Kinzer. He's going to take the win in this heat. He waited until the last lap to make his move, and that's kind of the way it works. So Pondo Co. takes the heat race, and Jason Kinzer is second, and Jonathan Munda is going to come home in third. As I was saying, folks, if you can't move the car after an incident, or it's just too bent up to drive it normally, the guys can take a tow by hitting the escape button. iRacing will instantly put them on pit lane and calculate time for that tow to make it to keep it fair towards all the other drivers. All right, folks, we're going to do a very short warm-up session here for the guys that have been sitting idle in waiting for the heat race to be over, and they're going to get a chance to warm up themselves a little bit. Obviously, the machinery doesn't have to be warmed up all that much, because in the next session everything will be reset. But they're going to be able to warm themselves up a little bit, and get in the right mindset for the race. We see various drivers going. There you have a bunch of guys that are in a team together here. That is Split Second Esports team, led by Eric Kempf in the 63 car here. And you see his teammate right there behind. Both of them, actually, 3 cars in the identical colors here. The 71, the 63, and the 62. All right, let's go and check on some other guys here. The number 22 of Corbin Simmons. We have Randy Yoakum in the number 8 car being chased by that team there. And we have Jacob Manning. And we're going to see some lap times here. We have Tommy Ryan in the number 6 car there. He is currently the quickest in this warm-up session. It's just a few minutes before we get to the race. Let's go check on some more guys. KC Duncan, and he is right in front of the 59 there, the blue car, and that is not Guy Schneider. The 27 there, that is Guy Schneider. Ryan Nicoletta is the man in the 59 car with the blue livery. Here we have Andrew Mraz, Let's see, we have Roger Matthias. Roger's number isn't showing for some reason, but he's supposedly in the number 5 car. And we have some more cars. Ooh, we have an incident there. That is the 71 of Ty Aiken that gets a little bit in trouble. Let's bring that back a little bit further. And that's kind of what we're talking about, folks. If you don't run your lines right, then you are a... Oh, he does it all by himself here. He gets below that yellow line, and that brings you from the banking down to the apron, and that is something at these speeds that you really don't want to do. That upsets the car pretty bad. Eric Kempf is out there in the 63. And that was your warm-up, folks. We are getting ready to go racing. So let's bring us back the grid here. And as said, the pole award here is for Avery Wilson. He is the one taking home the Cop Blue Pole Award as the fast qualifier. Avery Wilson, he is on pole position, and he will be alongside Brian Fallon on the outside there. On the second row, we have Jacob Manning and David Houghton, and then we have Andrew Mraz and Anthony Handley on the third row. Fourth row, Eric Kempf and Guy Schneider. Tommy Ryan and Jeff Figlin, on the fifth row. On the sixth row, we have Jeff Ryan and Ty Aiken. On the seventh row, we have Donald Stewart and Chris White. And we have Scott Wise on the eighth row there on the inside, with alongside him Tristan Anderson. Then it is Corbin Simmons and Jacob Williams on the ninth row. The 10th row for Jason Branch and Roger Matthias. On the 11th row we have Andrew Moore and Donnie Fayer. And then we have Troy Prophet and Ryan Nicoletta on the 12th row. Then we have Randy Yoakum. Let's go and check on your pole sitter there. Randy Yoakum and Casey Duncan on the 13th row. Ron Schutte, Max Williams on the 14th row. We have the 15th row with David Evans and John Findley. Then it's Louis Berkowitz and Thomas O'Leary. Then it's Tom Quering, Don Olson, and Gary Wright. And your final car there is Kondo Poe. No, I'm sorry, that's not your final car. Then it's Jason Kinzer and Jonathan Munda that have make the field of 38 cars. We have not seen Hofstetter, and I'm not sure if he will be taken to the start. He is currently not on the grid. There you have it, folks. That is your grid order for the Wise Choice Contracting Talladega race. 240 miles, 90 laps to go. The series sponsored by JM Transport, and we'll be looking at some other sponsorship. Other co-sponsor is Wise Guy iRacing Paint Service that we will also see, and guys are lined up nicely side by side here, folks, so getting ready for the start. On the start of the race, they usually wait for the radio call. I'm sure they've been instructed to what to do on the restarts during the drivers' meeting that we saw right before qualifying. The pace car is moving to the side, and it is Avery Wilson in the 18 car. Alongside him is Brian Fallon, and behind him is Jacob Manning in the 62, and then it's David Houghton, Andrew Mraz, and Anthony Handley. 90 laps to go for the first race of the Blown Piston Racing League Series, the Clash on Sunday nights. We are getting ready to go. There we go, folks. The race is on. And as they all waited for the radio call, we don't see anybody pulling a stunt on anybody else. There you see how this is going to pack out, folks. Nose to tail racing. It is Jacob Manning and Andrew Mraz pushing that inside line a little bit further forward than that outside line, and that will sort itself out. Oh, excuse me, a little bit of a cough there. I shut off my microphone just in time, because you don't want to hear that. All right, Avery Wilson is ahead there, leading the pack as they come back around and begin lap number 2 here of 90. As you can see on the top left of your screen, we also have a time limit on this race, which will be 2.5 hours. Should there be that many yellows that the time will run out, obviously then we're not going to go the full distance, but we'll see how it all pans out. We see Andrew Mraz on the outside now, as we see a driver get on the apron there, getting in trouble. Andrew Mraz has picked up the lead on the outside line there, and it looks like Manning is now coming to his inside and picking up the lead. Look at that pack racing, folks. One guy is there fairly high up there by the wall. He's going to have to try and get back in line. Mraz down to third now. Avery Wilson is nose to nose with him. We see 4 cars of that split-second racing team that are right there in the top of the field there. So that's a very strong start for those guys. That is the group that is running around the 63 there with Eric Kemp. The 62 is one of them. And the 71, Ty Aiken. There you have him. And the entire field is trying to stay in touch with him. As you can see further back in the field, we see some guys losing contact. The thing is, you can lose a little bit of ground. As long as it's not over about a second or so, then you should be able to catch back up if you're smooth enough and if you don't make any major mistakes. We see back in the field here Tom Queering in the 46 car. He looks like he's at the tail end of everything, but he is in 26th position, and he has ran the quickest lap, and that has now been taken away by Casey Duncan. So we'll see the guys in the back of the pack here running the fastest lap times currently. And at the front, it is Jacob Manning that is leading the pack. He is in front of Avery Wilson in the number 18 car and Andrew Mraz in the 028. If I see it correctly, the 028 is on the outside there. That is Andrew Mraz. Now let's bring up that dashboard real quick. You can see we are approaching the 190 on the straights here. Big group of cars, 2 wide, 3 wide, and you see that everybody is being fairly cautious not to make any sudden moves. Jacob Manning currently in front. There you have him, the number 62 car, followed by Avery Wilson, your pole sitter, in the number 5. And it looks like Avery is number 5 on his car and number 18 in scoring. That's okay. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll get it all sorted out, I'm sure. Andrew Mraz there in the number 28 car. He's on the higher side. He's making it 3 wide at the top of the field, folks, with the number 4 of Anthony Handley right there behind him. And obviously Andrew is, he is taking the lead as they cross the line entering lap number 6. He's on the high side though, so he's going to lose a little bit of speed there in the turns, and he needs a buddy to work with. And as you can see, just one turn further down into lap 6, he's already down into 4th position. He's right there behind the number 5 of Avery Wilson. And we see the number 10 of Donald Stewart there now helping the 62. We have Guy Schneider here in the 27 car. Sponsored by Gulf Lubricants. we have Andrew Moore there, also in the Gulf livery. I'm fairly sure they would be teammates. Let's go further down the field a little bit. There is Eric Kepf in the 63. Ty Aiken, he's gone down a little bit. And currently, it looks like Tom Queering in the 46 is your biggest position gain driver at this point. And that is significant because the driver with the biggest position gain at the end of the race, he will be eligible for this award, and that is going to be the Hard Charger Award by R&R Enterprises. So currently that honor is for the number 46 car of Tom Queering with 19 positions gained. And meanwhile, at the top of the field, we still have Avery Wilson on top with Jacob Manning and Andrew Mraz, Donald Stewart, Anthony Handley. Scott Wise has gained 9 positions since the start of the race there in the 31 car, doing a very, very good job. Donald Stewart has gained 8 positions, now 9 actually, as he moves back up into 4th in the number 10 car. Andrew Moore, also one of your big gaining drivers in the number 77 car, 11 positions for him. And currently Jason Kinzer gaining 20 positions, so he is already challenging the 46 of Tom Queering, and he is actually right behind him. And he is challenging for that award, the Hard Charger Award. And further back in the field, we have Pondo Co, who we saw in the heat race. And it looks like somebody's got an issue somewhere. Yep. We have somebody that has a blown engine. Let's see if we can find him. There he is, the 62. And that is Jacob Manning. Is that just rubber, or is that a blown engine because of charging too hard? Smoke out of one of these cars is never good, folks. He is taking it to pit road. And it looks like it is dead. Or is it? It's hard to tell. He is coasting, it sounds like. And that engine will be fixed with the fast repair if that was the trouble. Now, I'm not 100% sure what happened here, folks, but it could have been that he was just in that pack there for too long. If you're running these cars behind somebody else all the time, you're going to overheat that engine because there's no air going to the radiator to cool the engine down. That may have been what happened. I do not know that for sure, but all I can tell you is that Jacob Manning is back out on track. So the first yellow that that we will encounter, that's what he's hoping for, to catch back up to the pack. He's actually being lapped by the whole field here as we speak. So he's going to be trying to find his way in there and see if he can pick a little spot here. He's still on the apron. He's very careful going up there. It takes him about a lap to get up to speed. The 92 giving him a little bit of room, it looks like. And he slots in there. He's now a lap behind pretty much everybody. And up top, we still have the same guys. It's now Andrew Mraz that is leading the pack in front of Donald Stewart and Guy Schneider, Avery Wilson, Anthony Handley, Tristan Anderson. Scott Wise is up there in 7th position. There you have him in the 31 car on the higher side there with the orange number on the roof, the white number on the sides. The Good Range sponsoring. He is in 6th position currently in front of Andrew Moore. Let's go see how Jason Kinzer's doing. He is in 16th position in the number 20 car, 21 positions up Tom Quering bettering him on that with 22 positions up. Andrew Mraz still leading with Guy Snyder now in the second spot. We're on lap 13 of 90. We have not been yellow yet, so we're still going strong here. I will say that all these drivers are looking very good to me. They're not doing anything abrupt. They're not changing lines if they don't have to. It looks to me like we have a good group of talent right here. As said, that yellow line is something you can be on the line, but you really don't want to get over it. We've seen that in practice. That is not a good idea. It's very easy to lose your car if you do that. And at these speeds, folks, this looks easy from the distance and the comfort of your couch, but if you're in these cars and you're going that fast, even in a simulation like iRacing, which is a pretty realistic simulation, this is not easy. You have to be on top of your game. These guys are sweating their butts off, I can tell you that. I don't run these kind of cars very much on ovals, but I have run the trucks and Indy cars on ovals like these, and I can tell you from experience that this is far from easy. Just for laughs and giggles, I ran a recruitment race with these guys in the trucks, and I can tell you I was nowhere. The talent was so high, I didn't even qualify for the race after the heat. So once again, these folks know exactly what they're doing. And running a tight line like that at speeds like this, that is skill. I can guarantee it to you. Guy Snyder is in the draft there of Andrew Mraz. It looks like the things are settling down a little bit. Schneider in second. Tristan Anderson in the 49 car worked his way towards the third position, and it looks like Avery Wilson and Anthony Handley are pushing each other on that higher side a little bit. The 49 car of that is Tristan Anderson. He is now in fifth, and it looks like David Houghton in the 72 car. See if we can find him. There he is, the green and white car. He is running strong as well. He's gained 10 positions, and look who's coming up in 7th position currently. That is the number 20 of Jason Kinzer, and it looks like the number 5, Avery Wilson, is a little bit in trouble, getting caught outside of that line and dropping back to 13th position currently, 14th. He's losing out. He is by himself there on that high side. He doesn't have anybody to play with, and he's losing out down to 18th position now. Look at that. Does he have damage maybe? I don't know. But he is getting caught out completely. Down out of the top 20, folks. Handley now pushing that nose ahead of Andrew Mraz's car, and he is being helped there by that number 72 of David Houghton, the number 20 of Kinzer now in 4th position, 33 positions gained since the start of the race in 17 laps. That is absolutely amazing. Scott Wise is still up there as well in 7th. Andrew Moore in the 77. Casey Duncan in the 17, also a familiar name of this series. Jason Branch gaining positions as well in 13th position now. Eric Kepf, the same thing, gaining, he's lost a little bit since the start of the race, but he's trying to work his way back up there. Ron Schutte in the number 28 car, the yellow and blue car there, gaining 11 positions. Pondo Cole also working his way up there in the 82. Good job. David Evans, number 1, and he is in 19th position. Andrew Mraz being helped there by Guy Schneider. And on the high side, it's Handley and the 72 of Houghton. And once again, we see another car getting caught out a little high. I can't see who that is. Oh, that is the 72. And that is David Houghton. He's getting caught out on that high side now. You don't want to lose your spot in that row because you can't get back in. Houghton now going backwards pretty rapidly. Same thing as we saw the number 5 do. The 46 going past him there. And hopefully he can slot back in and do it all again. Andrew Mraz in the lead. Guy Schneider behind him. Handley on the outside into 4. And he's got Kinzer behind him now. Kinzer 33 positions up. Had to qualify through the heats, and there he is, folks, running at the top of the pack. That is pretty amazing. And as you can see, he's a little careful not to go too wide. Every once in a while, you want to get a little air on that front end. You don't want to overheat the engine. Speaking of overheated engines, let's go check on Jacob Manning. He is in the back of the pack there. He is 1 lap down. Stewart is also 2 laps down. I can't really see where he's at. And I don't know what happened to him. He is still running, though. Donald Stewart in the number 10 car. It looks like he's been in pit road on lap number 17. He may have scraped the wall. I'm not really sure if he did or not. Yeah, can't tell. Checking the information on the computer, but I can't tell what happened to him. He doesn't have any so-called incident points on iRacing, so he may have just decided enough is enough. I need new tires and I need some fuel. And since we've had no yellows, we might be looking at some green flag pit stops, and that might make things a little interesting, obviously. It'll stretch the field out a little bit, and we'll see groups of drivers emerging. Meanwhile, it's still Andrew Mraz and Guy Schneider at the front of the field. On the high side, still Anthony Handley and Jason Kinzer. It looks like we have Tristan Anderson on that inside, right behind Guy Schneider, and then Andrew Moore. Scott Wise is still in the pack here, running very strong as well, and I think he's just trying to be patient. Casey Duncan in the 17 car, then it's Ty Aiken in the 77, or 71 I should say, I'm sorry. Jeff Figlin in the 98 car. On the outside there, the green and black machine. And we see Handley coming strong again. And there we have Scott Wise now in 4th position. Trying to push Handley, and it looks like they're going to try and get ahead of Mraz there. It looks like they're taking it out front. They're on the higher side. Obviously, in the turns, the lower side has a little bit of an edge on them there. And we can see Mraz pushing back up again. They're 3 wide now. Look at that. 3 wide at the top of the field. Unbelievable. These guys are doing a phenomenal job. This is hard, folks. This is really, really hard. Look at that. 3 wide at the top of the field. Jeff Figlin now shown as your leader on that high side. Ooh, getting awfully close there. Oh, we see a bit of a wiggle there. I believe that was the 31 of Scott Wise. It looked like there might have been a little bit of a touch on the side. It's Handley and Wise now, nose to tail in the lead. Casey Duncan coming to the outside into 17. There's a back marker. That is Stewart. You can see in the distance they're coming up on Stewart, and that is going to be a tough nut to crack with when you're 3 wide. And then there's just one car that you all need to get to go around. I'm sure Stewart's already talking to his spotter and aware of the fact that they're coming. Look at what he does. He just thinks the better of it. He takes to the apron and lets the guys pass. That is awesome sportsmanship from Donald Stewart. Handley hanging on to... Oh, caution in the back of the pack. Let's see what happened. Let's bring that back a little further. It looks like the gray car, the 55, that is Roger Matthias, and the 55, they're getting together in the pack there. The 55, let me see if I can quickly find out who that is. The 55, that is Jonathan Munda. That was your final qualifier. We saw him in the heat race. They get together. Let's bring you that one more time. And let's see from the blimp. Ooh, a little bit further back. Look at the gray car there in the middle of your screen. And then the 55 on the bottom coming up. Ooh, not really sure what happened there. It just, for some reason, seems like he is moving up. Maybe a blown right front tire. It wouldn't surprise me. Anything is possible. We're back live. We're under caution. And that means, if I see that correctly, that, where is he? Jacob Manning, he is going to get the wave around because he is the first lapped driver. So, folks, your SFI lucky dog should be Jacob Manning here. He'll be waved around and he'll be getting his lap back. All right, so let's take a look up front at the field where they're already lining up behind the pace car. They're coming down pit road. All of them want tires and fuel, obviously. And the yellow is the time to do that. That goes without saying. Everybody down to pit road, and they'll all be coming back out. And once again, I do believe that it will be Jacob Manning that'll get the lucky dog if he is still a lap down. Well, he does have some damage. He might not be. We'll have to wait and see how that pans out, folks. At the top of the field, it is Tom Quering. He is the only one that did not come into the pits, and it looks like he's getting ready to. It is Avery Wilson that brings it out first. All right, folks, time for a breather. The yellow cautions, the take a breather, brought to you by Superior Templating LLC, under caution here at Talladega. Let's keep an eye on Tom Quering. He is, in fact, staying out until now. And we see the number 5. Not sure what's going on there. Avery Wilson shown in second position. Tom Quering is the only driver that we did not see going into the pits. So he might be trying something different. Manning in pit road. Still shown a lap down, so I'm not sure if that lucky dog is going to be his, but I hope for his sake it is. Let's see what Queering is going to do. He's coming back into the tri-oval, and it does look like he is headed for pit road after all. He may just have missed his pit entry or something. It's hard to tell. If he was on the lead lap, it would have been a mistake to stay out, I believe, but he may have just missed his entry or something. Not sure. Well, that brings the pack back together. Avery Wilson still in the lead. And let's go check on some of the guys here. Jacob Manning. He's coming out of the pits. Let's see where he's at compared to the rest of them. He's trying to catch up with the field. So he didn't go an extra lap down. We'll keep an eye on that track map there and see if he gets to go around the field. If that is the case, that he would be the SFI lucky dog. The 37 currently the final car on pit road. That is Berkowitz in the number 37 car. And it looks like Jacob is slowing down here. Well, he's still shown a lap down. That car is actually a little bit beat up as well. He did not take a fast repair. Unless he already used that on his engine. No, that was not him. Not sure if he is going to get that wave around. Yes, he is. He is your lucky dog driver. Or is he? They're already lining them up, folks.
Green flag, green flag.
They're back racing again, and Avery Wilson is taking the green flag. There we go, lap number 30 of 90. As you can see, the field is a little bit further apart here. They'll catch up. They can still take advantage of that draft, even though there's a little bit between them. They'll catch back up. There's a good split, though, about halfway into the field. If you look at the entire field coming by, folks, you will see a bit of a split in the middle of the pack. Oh, several drivers going off there. We do not see a yellow just yet. That looks like... see if we can bring that back. There you have it, the 71. Let's go take a good look at what happens here. The 71, and keep an eye on the 17. He gets touched by the 4, and then it is a dominoes game here with with the 71 going off. Let's see if we can find out what happened to the 17 there. He looks like he's not in too bad of a shape, this guy. Casey Duncan in the 17 is also still running. Let's take another look at his line of events. Once again, it is the 4 that taps him on the rear end. He loses control, takes the 71 with him, has some damage on the back end and the front end, but he is still running. We did not go yellow, folks, because they were not on the race line. So those guys are going to lose a lot of ground. It's Andrew Mraz with Avery Wilson that has some distance on the rest of the field. About 8/10, 7/10 of a second. That is not something they can't overcome. Avery Wilson, if you look closely at the back end of his car, you will see that the spoiler is a little damaged and the right rear has some damage as well. So far, it doesn't look like it's hurting him, but look who is coming back up. That is Scott Wise. Scott Wise in the 3rd position there in the 31 car, being followed by Eric Kepf and Jason Branch. Oh, Jason has made significant progress. He is now catching up to Scott Wise on that high side there. Running into top 5. Good job. And if we look through scoring, currently your biggest gainer looks to be Jonathan Munda in 15th position in the number 55 car, running 23 positions up from his start. And up at the front, it is still Mraz and Wilson. Now it's Donnie Fair in the number 000. It doesn't look like he has numbers on that vehicle, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. And Eric Kepf in the number 63 car on top there. The 59, that is Ryan Nicoletta in the back to blue car. Jason Branch outside there in the navy car, the number 22. So we have a whole new ballpark here, and it looks like Avery is getting caught out in the middle there. He has nobody in front or behind him. Dropping back to 6th position. Now he's tugging in behind the 63. And once again, folks, 3 wide here at Talladega. Ooh, that was Nicoletta going off there a little bit. Scott Wise on the high side with Jason Branch helping him. Kepf now in 1st position in the 63 car, split 2nd esports. Mraz behind him. Avery in the middle lane there. And it looks like they've gone down and brought it back to 2 lanes. The 28 taking a good look behind on the outside there. Probably trying to get a little air on that radiator. That's Andrew Mraz. Wise going back to the outside there. Whoops. The 31 of Scott Wise. Looking to go 3 wide again. No, he's staying behind it. Jason Branch there behind him trying to help out. Mraz picks the lead back up from the 63 of Kepf. Avery Wilson back into the mix on that higher side. And as you can see, there is a bit of a split. And it looks like that is Tom Queering leading the 2nd pack. He's in 19th position. Single file all behind him. That's Jason Kinzer, Guy Snyder, Max Williams. And as you can see, that long train just reels him in just like he's standing still. Being on your own just doesn't work, folks. Let's go bring her back up top here. That is Andrew Mraz. He's got Kepf behind him. On the outside, it is Avery Wilson in the yellow car. Donnie Fair behind him. That's the purple and white car there. The 82 of Pondo Co. also doing a really good job, and he is currently the biggest gaining driver in this race. 30 spots up from the start. If he can keep that up, he'll be looking at that at that R&R trophy. And I will also mention there is another award to be won this season, and that is there's going to be an award called the Frontman Award, sponsored by DXP, the Industrial Distribution Experts. And that is going to be an award that's going to be given out to the man who has led the most laps at the end of the season. So we're going to try and keep an eye on that for you during the season, although it is a little hard for us in scoring to see who's leading the most laps during the race. Oh, Avery going around. So that is an award we're also going to keep track of. Let's bring you back this incident here. Avery Wilson in trouble. Let's go see what happened to him. He's in the lead there, and he gets a little tap in the back from, that looks to me like that was this, I don't see who that was. Tiglin maybe? Excuse. That was actually the 28 of Andrew Mraz. That tapped Avery Wilson on the rear end. Let's see if we can find Avery. He is running again. 30th position by himself, so that's going to hurt him pretty bad. And I'm sure he's not happy with that. That car is a little bit bent up at the back end as well. And currently, we have none other than Scott Wise in the 31 car leading the pack here. We're on lap 41, so we're closing in on halfway, and it looks like things are getting a little bit more dicey. And I will guarantee you, folks, that what happened there between the 28 and Wilson, that is not something they do intentionally. I guarantee you that. It is just that hard. And running nose to tail at these speeds, that stuff is just going to happen. And obviously, they're going to talk about it, and they're going to try to make sure it doesn't happen again. And they are going to try to make sure it doesn't happen without any good reason. And obviously you can get the short end of the stick every once in a while, but that's part of what we're doing here. Scott Wise and Andrew Mraz are leading the pack. On the high side, you see the 22 of Jason Branch leading the outside row. So Scott Wise in a good position here. Let's go back a little bit further and see. We have Tommy Ryan running at the lead of a small group here. That is 24th position. They're about 9 seconds behind the others now. That's how fast that goes. And you can see some of the guys are having some damage. The airflow is disturbed. We see Jacob Manning still running. He's 1 lap behind. Casey Duncan is behind him in 34th position, also running a lap down. Back at the front, it is Scott Wise still leading the pack here. It looks like on the outside there, it is the number 20 of Kinzer that has gone to the high side, and he is behind the 22 of Jason Branch. 3 wide once again, but it doesn't look like that outside line is working as well. Kinzer dropping back a little bit. Jason Branch dropping back just a tad there. They need to get back in line. Ooh, we saw Nicoletta going down below the yellow line there for a moment. Back the blue car, and currently in 5th position. Somebody's throwing up a little smoke in the back there. So Queering and the guys that were racing with him, they have closed the gap. They are now at the tail end of this big group leading the race. So they have managed to work their way back up. As you can see, Jason Branch it looks like he got a little caught out on that high side again and dropped back significantly. So all the way up to Chris White in 23rd position is all one group. And then it's Tommy Ryan leading the second group, and they're 9 seconds down. Chris White and Tommy Ryan. Scott Wise is hanging on to that lead strongly. 31 car, good range service. Andrew Mraz in 2nd position in that 28. Mraz in the Lowline Racing team, and Scott Wise is in the Torque Wrench Motorsports team. On the high side, we see Kepf, Handley in the 4 car, Ryan Nicoletta there on the bottom in the 59. The 98 of Jeff Figlin, that's the yellow and black car there. Very strong outing for him. Mraz has picked up the lead. What happened to Scott? Scott is now in 3rd position behind Mraz. There, they've just swapped positions. And we are halfway, folks. Lap 46 of 90. We've only had 1 yellow so far. A few incidents. We've seen twice drivers going off to the apron where the yellow did not come out. If there's nothing on the racetrack, the yellow will not come out unless the race director does it manually. And as you can see further back in this spec, Jason Branch is working his way back up again. David Evans in the number 1 car is still there. The 27 up top there, that's Guy Schneider right behind the 20 of Jason Kinzer. 3 wide to 915, I should say, I'm sorry. That is Troy Profit. Looks like his car got a little bit banged up, but he's still running pretty strong, and he is in the tail end of this group. And let me tell you, folks, everybody that's in this lead group still has a shot at making it to the checkered flag in 1st position. You just never know what's going to happen. It's Kepf now in front in the 63 car, and up top we saw Beckmarker going to the wall, staying out of the way. I believe that is Casey Duncan. Yes, it is. Damaged car, doesn't have the speed anymore, and he's staying out of the way. Obviously, every driver will want to finish the race, pick up some points as much as you can. You may never know when you're going to need him down the road. Oh, there we see Nicoletta pushing Mraz, and on the higher side, it's Anthony Handley now. Whoa, that looked like it was going bad. Or did it? No, it did not. The 98 was getting in there, and I'm thinking he was touching the other guys, but he didn't. And look who's back up there. Tom Queering He managed to close that gap and work together with the guys in his group, and he is way up there now. 9th position. And if you're going 3 wide, you're basically on the 3rd row, so you're not that far behind. Eric Kepf in the 63, still shown as your leader with Miraz on the inside. The number 20 of Jason Kinzer now pushing into 2nd position. Trying the outside. Is he going to go around? He's not going to get that done, I don't think. Although the 46 might be helpful. Once again, 3 wide, and yes, indeed, the 46 is giving him the push that he needs. Jason Kinzer picks up. Oh, we have a yellow. Let's go find out what's going on. Both the Gulf cars, it looks like. Well, it's not quite the big one, but it's big enough. Let's go see what happened here, folks. Take a look at the orange car in the middle there. Oh, it's actually the blue, the 915 of Troy Profit. Let's go and bring that back and see what happens from the air. It's hard to see, it's quite far away. The middle of your screen. He gets a tap in the back and loses control and sends himself spinning and some other ones. Let's see if we can bring it back from a different angle. Yeah, it looks like he got a tap in the back. One more time, folks. Yep, gets a tap in the back and sends him spinning around. He actually comes off not too bad, I don't think. Everybody can avoid him after the biggest problem is over, and he's still running. The damage doesn't even look that bad. The rear end, the front end, it's a little bit wrinkled up. The rear end is not so great. Well, that brings us under yellow again, behind the pace car. Kinzer leading the pack. And obviously we're going to see everybody going down pit road and get some fresh rubber and some fuel. There we have Kinzer early on pit road. It looks like he overshot his pit almost. He's in there a little bit sideways. So he's got the disadvantage of having to run all the way through the pit road before he catches back up to the leaders again. We'll have to wait and see how that works out. He's got a fairly lengthy pit stop there. I don't see too much movement either. I haven't seen the car being jacked up. Did he just completely overshoot the pit? Oops, that's not what we were looking at. Yeah, he's looks like he's kind of stuck there. I hope your connection, folks, is okay. I'm having a little bit of a slowdown here in scoring. Scoring having a hard time keeping up with all this. Let's go and see some moving cars. That's Tom Quiring. He did take a pit stop this time, and he came out first. Hadley, Kepf, Miraz, Wise, Branch, Fair, Nicoletta, Evans, Pondo Co. Pondo's doing an awesome job. Jonathan Mundas started in the back. He is in 11th now. Troy Profit, he's still running. Took a pit stop, took a faster pair. That car's in good shape now. Chris White, Randy Yoakum, Andrew Moore, I'm sorry. And there was somebody in between there, and that was the Dunkin' Donuts car has been repaired. That is Casey Duncan, if I remember correctly. Yes, it is. All right, so once again, folks, we're taking a breather here with ST Superior Templating under caution. And we're going to have to see and figure out if we can tell who the lucky dog will be. It should be Casey Duncan. He is 2 laps down, but I'm not sure if they're... He's looks like he's going down pit road. Stewart in the 10 looks like he's already been in pit road. Berkowitz is still standing. And let me see here. Aiken is 19 laps down. Donald Stewart in the number 10 car. He is on pit road now. Well, from what I would think, it would be Casey Duncan that would be the lucky dog. But it doesn't seem to be happening. He is slotting in there. So I'm not sure if we are seeing that lucky dog. Well, they're lined up behind the pace car. The lights on the pace car are out. We're talking lap 53. We're going to go into lap 54 and get the green flag. It is Tom Queering, 32 positions up. So he looks pretty good for that R&R award. Handley is on his outside there in the 4 car. Then it's Kepf behind him and Miraz on the outside in the number 28. Scott Wise is there. Jason Branch is there. They're on the 3rd row. Then it's Fair and Nicoletta. We're waiting for the number 46 to hit the gas. It is his call.
Green, green, green.
There we go. Green flag racing. Once again, Tom Queering, Anthony Handley at the top of the field. The 46 leading the 4 car. It is Kepf on the bottom there. That is gaining on him. The 28 of Miraz. Scott Wise there in the 31 car. Handley currently in first position with Miraz in 2nd. Looks like they're pulling away a little bit on that higher side. If they can slot in down below on the 46, they might have a good position. The 46 is coming back, being pushed by Eric Kepf in the 63. And Miraz now going to the high side, being pushed by Jason Branch in the 22. He looks like he's picking up the lead, but Handley isn't giving up, and he's got help from the 46.
Caution, yellow flag.
We have another caution, folks. Let's go find out what's going on. There you have it, the 92 and the 20 getting together, and that sends everybody flying. Ooh, big damage for that 92. Oh, big damage there for that, who is that? That looks like Jacob Williams in the 47. Ooh, that is major damage. Let's go and bring it back one more time. The 47 car is going to get caught up there. It happens in front of him. He can't get out of the way. You can't brake at these kind of speeds. It's just you're just a passenger at that point. Very, very unfortunate for Williams there, getting the short end of the stick, and they're behind there. That also looks like somebody is in trouble. And let me see here. Manning is bent up again. I don't think he has that faster pair left. Well, another smoking car. That is Tommy Ryan. And up at the front, as we go back live behind the pace car, I doubt we will see people going into pit road because they were just there. Yoakum is on pit road. Schutte, Findlay, and Kinzer obviously trying to get some damage fixed. And I saw that is John Findlay in the 92. That was the other one that got beat up pretty bad. Now, if they still have that faster pair, they just have to sit there and wait till the tow is over. And they probably took a tow. And as you can see, somebody behind there, that was the 46, I believe. Well, everybody is. There's quite a few guys coming down pit road. Guy Snyder, Tristan Anderson, Matthias. Matthias is in the pits. Max Williams. Corbin Simons in the pits. He's got some damage to take care of. We saw Tom Queering, and that was the guy that had to back it up. Corby Simmons and Thomas O'Leary. So quite a few drivers on pit road to try and get some damage repaired. And it's kind of unfortunate for Queering. He was way up there. All right, time to take a breather with ST. And once again, we're trying to figure out who would be the lucky dog. Ron Schutte would be the first driver that is a lap down. He's standing idle in pit road. Duncan would be the first running driver. So did he go around? No, he's just trying to catch up. I don't know. Well, he did go down from, I believe he was 2 laps down, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, just to make sure that you know that SFI sponsors the Lucky Dog, I'm going to just assume that he was the Lucky Dog, but I'm not 100% sure. I apologize for that. Scoring doesn't tell me that. So I kind of have to go by what I see. All right, biggest winner as far as positions since the start of the race looks to be Pondo Cole at this point. 30 positions up from the start. That would give him the R&R award. And it looks like the lights on the pace car have dropped out. So we're going to go back to racing. We see the 867 on the little map there trying to catch up with the field. That is Thomas O'Leary. He is trying to catch up again. Well, look, that car doesn't look too bad. Let's go check on Avery Wilson. Wilson is back on the lead lap and then running in 13th position. So this yellow came at a good point for him. Anthony Handley with Andrew Mraz, and then behind him it's Branch and Kepf, Coe and Wise, and then Fair and Profit. Lap 58, we're going to go into lap 59 here. We're already racing for an hour, folks. I'm fairly sure we're going to make these 90 laps. These guys are doing an awesome job. As said, the things that have happened, it happens to the best of them. It happens in real life with the professional guys as well. It is just not easy. I will say, though, that the guys up front have all been, proven to be very strong. Handley and Marat have been at the top of the pack here for the entire race so far. Branch has worked his way up. He's up 16 positions from his starts. Jason Branch just told me last season in the trucks, too, that qualifying is always his Achilles heel. He's not a good qualifier, and he's working on that very hard, and he needs to be up there from the beginning. But once in the race, he's always very strong. All right, waiting the radio call. From the looks of it, it seems to me that they have been told to wait for the radio call to keep the pack together. And that's what we're seeing right here is Miraz that has a good start. And we actually see a driver going down pit road, John Findlay. Miraz is leading the pack with Anthony Handley now right behind him in that 4 car. Jason Branch into 22 in third. He is being followed by Kepf and Wise. Scott Wise is the one right behind the 22 there on the inside. Kepf on the high side. 2 lanes. Back of the field a little bit stretched out. It looks like the higher lane has a little bit of trouble getting up to speed. A bit of a split in the middle of the pack there. That's Guy Schneider leading the second group, the 27 Golf car. There's your lead group. Andrew Mraz in front of Anthony Handley, actually putting a car length on Branch. That's not something he can't overcome, obviously. Just catch the draft on the backstretch here, and he'll be right up there. Well, it looks like the 4 is actually pushing Mraz. You don't want to do that in the turns. On the straights, you can actually run up against each other, but you don't want to do that in the turns. That's where you see guys getting into trouble. And even then, you have to be extremely careful because any sideways movement can upset the car in front. As you can see, the first 4 positions in single file. Somewhat of a split in the middle of the field there. There you're looking at Max Williams leading that second group. Oops. That is Max Williams into 52 that's leading that second group there. Ooh, we have another yellow, folks. Let's go find out what's going on. Looks like the 20 car is involved. If I can find him real quick. 55 car and the 20, I believe it was, Jason Kinzer. Let's go and bring that back for you. Whoop, I'm on the wrong car. I apologize. We're going to find out where he is, the number 20. No, it wasn't the 20. Let's go see. There we go. It's a 72. I misread the number. Looking at the color of the car only there. Let's go bring that back for you. He's on the high side. We'll take it back a notch further. You will see that he's going to bounce up to the outside wall there. He gets a little tap, bounces to the outside wall, and then can't save it. Turns it around, takes a couple of cars with him. The 55 there. That's unfortunate. Let's go check on that one more time. Maybe the blimp will give us an idea what's going on. Yeah, he gets a little tap there. Bounces off the wall, and then I believe it's the 55 there that... no, that's not the 55. The 55 is the one that's spinning around. That was Jonathan Munda. That's unfortunate for Jonathan. Jonathan was doing a very good job. Yeah, the 55 gets turned around, hits the wall, and oh, that's a lot of damage for him. That's too bad. That's too bad. There he is on pit road. Probably took the toll. We'll have to wait and see how this pans out. Matthias coming down pit road. He was involved in it. Corby Simmons, I'm sorry. Figlin already back out. Houghton, that's your 72 car. Well, it looks like they're working on it. Donnie Fair, Jonathan Munda, and John Findlay also. He's given up since the last time. He's still waiting there. All right. So behind the pace car, it is Andrew Mraz, and the guys getting another breather here. Catch your breath with ST Superior templating under yellow. Well, let's keep an eye on if we have anybody coming down pit road. So far, it does not look like there's any takers. It does not look like it. They seem to be happy with what they have. And we're already lining them up here. I'm not sure if we had a lucky dog. Yes, we did. The 55, or did he just come out of the pits? Yeah, he came out of the pits. That's Jonathan Munda in the 55. That car is not completely repaired, but it's not horrible either. So I don't believe we had a lucky dog in this yellow here. Looks like the 55 is going back down the pit road to try and get some more of that damage pounded out. And we'll be very likely seeing him come back out of the pits as soon as the others hit turn number 3 and 4, which they are approaching as we speak. The 000 is back out there. That is Donnie Fair. The 92 of John Findlay is coming back out. Ooh, he's still hanging on. Can't blame a guy for trying. And up here, we're getting ready to race. I do believe that Andrew was the leader and he decided to take the outside line, and that is his choice. He can do that. Pace car already moving down. Jason Branch alongside, and then it's Evans and Wilson. Then it is Schneider and Quiring.
Green, green, green.
It looks like Andrew was early on the gas and caught everybody by surprise. Were they not supposed to do that? I don't know. We've seen everybody so far on the restarts waiting for the radio call. Andrew Mraz did not. He just hit the gas and went on. He's getting busy, and look at how it stretches the field. Branch behind him, Wilson behind him, Evans behind him. Evans in the number 1 car, 4th position. Then it's Guy Schneider in the Golf car catching up with Tom Quiring behind him and Eric Kepf. Anthony Handling running a little bit on the higher side there in the number 4. He's getting a push from Scott Wise, and are they moving up or are they moving up? Quiring coming to that outside. Mraz trying to block him. Mraz in the middle. Jason Branch on the bottom is now the leader. The number 22 Navy car. Jason is a veteran. And Branch has Wilson right behind him there now with Evans in 3rd. Mraz dropping back to the outside a little bit. Scott Wise right behind Andrew Mraz on the higher side with Quiring. And then there's a car in the middle that looks like Tommy Ryan in the number 6. Wilson going to the inside of Branch. This is heating up, folks. Oh!
Yellow flag is out.
The number 4 getting in trouble. That is Anthony Handley. Let's go check. Let's bring it back a little bit further. Look at the black car here in the middle. It looks like he slows down to avoid running into the back of the green and yellow car, and then he gets hit from behind. And then basically everybody behind there is just in major trouble. I guess you could call that the big one. We've had a few of those already. Handley's still running. Doesn't seem to be in too bad of a shape. Sponsored by the Cop Blue organization. The same same organization sponsors the award for most laps led. Front man is what they call it. Well, that, like I said, I believe the battle is heating up there at the front, and that means that stuff is going to happen. Let's see. We got Brian Fallon going to pit road. He looks like he couldn't avoid what was happening there. Barkowitz is still on pit road. Believe he's been there for a while. Ooh, he still had his fast repair. Brian Fallon has an instant new car. That is good news for Brian. That is good news for Brian. Branch going down pit road. Avery Wilson staying out. Schneider staying out. Branch, Evans, Mraz, Quiring, Handley, Moore, Matthias, Yoakum all going down pit road. Let's keep an eye on those guys there. Oops. Jason Branch on pit road. Serviced already. Coming back out. Mraz has also been on pit road, and he's back out in front of Jason Branch. And those guys are all going to catch up in the top 15, I would say. There we have a... that looks to be the lucky dog there. That is Donnie Fair. He is your SFI lucky dog. Good for him. Let's go check on Casey Duncan. He's still running just outside the top 20. Avery Wilson decided to stay out there. He's only got 10 laps on those tires. And as we're saying that, we're going to take a breather with JT once again. Or ST, I'm sorry. Let's take a look at the hard charger. The hard charger right now would be Jason Kinzer. So if this were to finish as is, Jason Kinzer in the number 20 car would get your R&R hard charger award. Well, looking at these guys here at the front, Avery Wilson seems to be having the cleanest car of the guys in front. Guy Snyder's car is not super clean there at the front end. Scott Wise looks to be in pretty good condition. Tommy Ryan looks to be in pretty good condition. Chris White in the 61 seems to be okay. His teammate on the outside there is not so good. The 98 of Figlin seems to be pretty good. Tristan Anderson seems to be okay. Jacob Manning, we skipped him there in the 62. He's a little bit bent up on the back end. It looks like we're lining them up again. The lights on the pace car are out. The Blown Piston Racing League, sponsored by JM Transport. We're going to go racing back on lap 71 here in the Wise Choice Contracting Talladega race. The JM Transport Company, folks, is a company that does oversized and overdimensional loads. They were founded in the year 2000 by James Miller. So if you have something extremely big, those are the guys you want to call. They'll take it anywhere. And some of the guys trying to get a little bit more heat in those tires. We have one driver on the bottom there. Pace car going down. We're going to get started. Lap number 71 of 90. Closing stages of our Talladega season opener. There we go. It looks like Avery Wilson is also earlier on the gas than the radio call, so I'm guessing it's okay. It stretches the front out a little bit, and Scott Wise seems to be taking advantage of that, jumping into second position with Guy Schneider and Tommy Ryan on the high side. 2 by 2 there. Ooh, this is going fast. As you can see, the field is stretched out a little bit. The 98 of Figlin is there in the middle. He's catching up to the inside, to the leaders there, and jumps into third position. Wilson and Wise at the top of the field there. Wise getting the push. And then the 98 comes to the inside of him. Jeff Figlin takes that lead away from Scott Wise. And they're bunching back up. As said, a little bit of a gap is not going to hurt them too much. Once it gets over a second, that's when you're in trouble. Right now, it looks like Eric Kepf is the final car on that lead group. And the first one up is 2 seconds down. That's Ryan Nicoletta leading the second pack. Up at the front, it is Jeff Figlin with Scott Wise. They're pulling ahead. 2 rows of cars. Wilson pushing the 98. And Kinzer pushing the 31 of Scott Wise. That is Tommy Ryan that you saw jumping to the outside there, and he's forming that third row now. Looks like he's got Jason Branch behind him. I'm not sure if I can see that correctly. No, that can't be Jason Branch. And once again, it's heating up. 3 wide, 3 by 3. It's Avery Wilson currently on top. There's a slower car going down on the apron, trying to get back on track. That looks to me like the 915 of Troy Profit. Scott Wise dropped back a little bit. He's now in 6th. He's on top there on the high side with Tommy Ryan behind him. It's the 98 of Jeff Figlin still ahead. Avery Wilson behind him trying to push. And the number 20 of Jason Kinzer charging on that middle lane. It looks like Scott Wise is a little bit caught out there on the high side. That's going to cost him. He's going to have to try and get in there. And he probably won't be able to until the last man passes him, and that would be Jeff. That is Jeff Ryan. I believe those guys are cousins, Tommy and Jeff. Figlin still in front. Avery Wilson in 2nd. Guy Schneider on the inside there in the Gulf car doing a very good job catching back up.
The yellow flag is out.
Oh, something has happened. Oh, that's the second group. That is a hard crash. That is the 000 of Donnie Fayer. Let's go and find out what happened to him. Keep an eye on the purple and white car, folks. Ooh, he gets caught there by what is that? The 82 car, I believe. That looked to me that was Pondo Co. Yes, it was. Let's go and see that one more time. Pondo Co comes down and taps the right rear of the 000, and that is a really hard crash. Pondoco is still running. Let's see, the 000 has taken a tow to the pit. There he is. That is a not so good looking race car anymore. And let's go and find the leader, Jeff Figlin. Catching up to the pace car here, and that gives us time to catch our breath once again with ST LLC. There you see the field catching up. Huge facility, Talladega Superspeedway. Several drivers going down pit road. Scott Wise being one of them. Max Williams, Corbin Simmons, Andrew Moore, Ryan Nicoletta, Pondoco, that was to be expected. Donnie Fayer, that was to be expected. Donald Stewart, Houghton. A little bit surprised by Scott Wise going down there. And he is still down there. That drops him down quite a bit. 23rd currently. Not sure if we had a lucky dog driver, the 47 maybe. Or did he just come off pit road? I'm thinking that was the lucky dog driver. The 47, your SFI lucky dog. And he is now going down pit road. And hopefully he can get that thing back out of pit road before they get to him. That means he would catch back up to the end of the pack there. Jacob Williams, he is currently running in 26th position. Doesn't look like there's a fast repair left for him. And as you can see on the track map, we're going to have to get this machine going. That is Randy Yoakum leaving the pits, and there you have it, the 47 of Jacob Williams leaving pit road, and that means he is going to stay on the lead lap. Well, you can see there, Guy Schneider is not entirely free of damage. We already saw that earlier. That nose is a little bit crumbled up, but it doesn't seem to hurt him all that bad. Jason Kinzer, 33 positions up since the start. That means the R&R Hard Charger Award is currently something with his name on it. I'm not really sure who let the most laps. It's really... unfortunately, scoring doesn't tell me that. Not until the race is over. But we'll keep an eye on that during the season. And as said, at the end of the year, at the end of the season, I should say, the DXP Frontman Award will be given to whoever led the most laps. So kind of an incentive for these guys to keep charging. And as you can tell, we're getting ready to get going again. Avery Wilson on the outside there. Jeff Figlin on his inside in that 98. Then it is Kinzer on the high side, Schneider on the low side, Evans in the number 1 car, and the number 4 of Anthony Handley. Then it's Roger Matthias. Oh, he's made quite some progress. He's been in trouble in the beginning, as we remember. Tommy Ryan. And let's go find out where Jason Branch is. He is in the back of the pack there in 18th position, right there by Tom Queering. Andrew Mraz. Did Mraz also take a pit stop? No, I don't believe so. And let's see, Scott Wise in 24th position. Pace car coming down. Looks like Jeff is waiting for the radio call this time.
Green, green, green.
I'm not exactly sure what the rules in this league are. Normally, it is up to the leader. And we've seen Mraz do that a couple times, but most of these guys are kind of disciplined and waiting for that radio call. And that keeps the group together really nicely. You can obviously debate whether you would want that or not. Looks like we have Chris White on that higher side there. Starting a third row, maybe. That is Mraz behind him in the 28. They're on the high side. Yeah, we're definitely starting a third row here. 10 laps to go, folks. Here at Talladega, the season opener for the Blown Piston Racing League, sponsored by Wise Choice Contracting. Closing stages of a very exciting season opener. And once again, folks, this coming Friday, we're going to do it all again, but then in the trucks. It looks like Avery Wilson has picked up that lead with Jeff Figlin right behind Jason Kinzer in third. Definitely somebody that is looking for that Hart Charger award. Ooh, little bit of a hiccup here. I hope you're still with me. Looks like we are having a little bit of an internet issue. I hope you're still with me. It looks like you are. Look at that. Look at that. 3 wide, the lead pack here. Unbelievable. Jeff Figlin in the 98 is doing some really good work here. Kinzer now on the front row there. It's unbelievable. He had to go through a heat race to qualify, and he is fighting for the lead here. Now it's Andrew Mraz shooting back up to the first position on the bottom end. Figlin behind him. Wilson, Kinzer. Anthony Handley in the 4 car still there. Then it's Tommy Ryan on the outside. The 49 I'm sorry, the 59 of Ryan Nicoletta, but it looked like the 49 was involved in that as well. Let's go back and see what's going on. Yeah, that was the 49 involved as well. It's actually the 59 that gets in trouble. It did look like he got a little tap on the back from somebody else and then started spinning and couldn't avoid the 49. The 49, folks, that is... Oh, having trouble finding him. That is Tristan Anderson. Ooh, upside down even. Let's go and bring that back for you. He's on the bottom, and he gets taken out by the 59, who had a tap in the back from somebody else, and the 49 ends up on its roof. Tristan Anderson in the 49. And it looks like he took that tow. Well, let's go see about Ryan Nicoletta. He is still running. And it looks like he might be going down pit road. The car doesn't even look all that bad. And it looks like the 92 might be your lucky dog there. That is John Findlay. No, he's just trying to make it back to pit road. We have quite a few drivers on pit road there. The number 20, who is the number 20? Was he the lucky dog? That is Jason Kinzer. What happened to Jason Kinzer? He is going down pit road. Here's a replay of what seems to have happened to Kinzer. No, not really. Well, I'm a bit at a loss here. I don't know what happened to him. See if I can bring that back by jumping back. It looks like he is trying to catch up to the field, and he passes the pace car there. So he'll have to stop and wait for the pace car. I'm not sure what he's doing here. It looks like he just passed the pace car. A little bit of a misunderstanding probably up there at the front. All right, so I don't know who the lucky dog is. Don't believe we had a lucky dog. If it was, could have been the 92, but I'm not sure. It looks like the field is catching up to him, to Kinzer. There he gets back underway. Yeah, he just completely misjudged where the pace car was, and it looks like he just went past the pace car and wasn't really aware of what was going on. And it looks like he is picking his position where it is supposed to be. The 92, I'm not sure what's going on with the 92. That is, he's in big trouble. May not even be running anymore. Then we have the 8. That is Randy Yoakum. My guess is he is the lucky dog. Did Randy just come out of the pits? Yeah, he's been in the pits. He's catching back up, though. I'm not 100% sure if he's a lucky dog, but we're going to give SFI the benefit of the doubt here anyway. All right. And we get to take a breather with ST. So let's check. The lights on the pace car are out. We are going to go racing on lap 88. Well, that's going to be a dash for the cash, folks, and it's going to get dicey out here. I can tell you that. Jeff Figlin is the leader. Andrew Mraz is in second on that higher side. Then it's Avery Wilson and Tommy Ryan, Guy Schneider, and Jason Kinzer. Then it's Brian Fallon and the number 4 of Anthony Handley. So we're ready here for a dash for the cash. Closing stages of the Weiss Choice Contracting Talladega race in the JM Transport Blown Piston Racing League with the xFinity cars. We are back racing. Lap 87, this is going to be it. Andrew Mraz has a bit of a jump. He took that higher side once again. It is Jeff Figlin in second position with Avery Wilson in third and Tommy Ryan trying to get to the high side in the number 6. Then it's Jason Kinzer in fifth position trying to hang on. Guy Schneider and Brian Fallon following there. Andrew Mraz in the lead. Field is stretching out just a tad here. Can Mraz hang on for that long? We still have 3 laps to go. 2 laps when we cross the line here. Andrew Mraz in the lead. Going into lap 89. It is Jeff Figlin right on his bumper with Tommy Ryan now on the high side, charging hard, being pushed by Kinzer. Wilson in the number 5 car right there. Can they get around? It is Figlin trying to go to the outside. Mraz taking the defensive line twice. I'm not sure if that would be considered blocking in this league. He's hanging on. Now it's Jeff going once again. Tried to stick that nose to the outside. They're getting the white flag as they go by the line, folks. The final lap here in Talladega. Look at the group fighting for the lead here. Andrew Mraz, can he hang on? Does Jeff Figlin have something up his sleeve? And maybe Avery Wilson. They're going high, they're going low. It is Figlin that is being pushed by Wilson into the lead. Mraz dropping back. Tommy Ryan on the high side. Oh, the big one coming towards the flag. Tommy Ryan wins it. Tommy Ryan wins it in front of Jeff Figlin. They take the checkered flag. Jason Branch, no less, in third position. Let's go and find out what happened here. That is Scott Weiss spinning around on his head. Let's see what happened to Kinzer. And let's see if we can bring this back for you, folks. It is Tommy Ryan that turns around somebody, but I can't see who that was. That looked like the 28. Let's go. Oh, it's the 08. It is the 08. Where are you? That is Brian Fallon. That was turned around. Let's go and bring this back. Oops, wrong button. Sorry. I'm trying to bring back this moment for you folks. This is where it's going wrong. There you go. It is the number 3 that touches the 08 in the back. Takes out Wilson. Handley in trouble. Snyder in trouble. The 20 in trouble. The 3, well, it's basically a major mess after that. All right, let's bring up back to live pictures here. And ooh, it looks like something's not going right. There we go. It looks... I'm a bit at a loss here. Hold on. It looks like Tommy Ryan is actually your winner. Jeff Figlin in second and Jason Branch in third. Now, before we go and talk to these guys, I want to try and figure out if I can see who was the most improved driver. And that looks to me like it is going to be Tom Queering that takes away the Hard Charger Award here. The R&R Hard Charger Award is this race is going to Tom Queering in the number 46 car. And let's go and find the top 3 drivers here. Jason, this is Mark in the booth. Third position, my friend, in a somewhat chaotic finish. You gained 16 positions since the start of the race. Tell me, how did this happen? Jason, can you hear me? Jason Branch, can you hear me? Tommy, can you hear me? And Jeff, can you hear me?
Hey, Mark, I think you're talking to me. I can't hear you for some reason.
That is odd. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear whoever said that, but nothing else.
No, we can't hear anything.
Okay, I have no idea what's going on. Can you hear me now? Can anybody hear me? Okay, I have no idea why you guys can't hear me.
So we can see you lighting up, Mark, but we can't hear anything.
How about now?
Hey, I got you now, Mark.
I have no idea what happened here. I just changed rooms, then changed back, and now it's working.
I can hear you loud and clear now.
All right, Jason. Sorry about that, man. I mean, that internet is a weird place, isn't it? Jason, third place. You got a little lucky there at a somewhat of a messy finish there. Talk me through your race, bud. You've been struggling with qualifying. I know you've told me before that qualifying is a little bit of an Achilles heel for you, and you ran a very steady race, working your way up, dropping back, working your way back up. Talk me through it.
Now, Mark, I worked my way to the front, and then myself and a 4X teammate decided we were going to pit, and it dropped me to the back. And I think it would have worked out really good, but we just kept getting those cautions, and I just kept getting stuck in the back. And then I kind of got stuck in the middle there, and we were all three wide. And for some reason, that third lane kept, or that second lane kept checking up, and we kind of kept bumping each other, and I got a little bit of damage. And on that last restart, I couldn't I couldn't pull up behind somebody, so I thought I was just going to settle for 13th, um, and I was going to take it and move on. But that wreck happened, and it was like Moses and the Red Sea. It split. Cars went everywhere, and I just closed my eyes and kept the foot on the floor and came out in third. And so I'll take it. I'll take.
I love the way you explain that, man. It's kind of like the Red Sea opening up for somebody that's just trying to do his best and just keep on going, put your foot down, and there you go. Amazing. Yeah, I
Fall
know.
out of my car, Mark. I was in the middle lane, and next thing I know, cars went left and right, and next thing I know, there's daylight in front of me.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm not even 100% sure what happened. We tried to bring it back as good as we could on the replay, and it looked like I believe it was. Oh, can't even think of his name now. Well, anyway, it just one guy touches, and I mean, everybody's racing really hard there towards the finish line, and stuff like that happens. I mean, it's just part of it. It kind of looked to me like in the second or in the final third of the race, everybody was getting a little bit more aggressive. Was that your view as well?
Yeah, I think some guys were getting more aggressive than they needed to. Um, like I said, I pitted and I was kind of in the back of the group, and I saw a couple four wides there. I don't know if you guys caught it on the broadcast, but four wide, I'm going to back out. I'll save my car. But man, this U.S. Navy Ford Mustang, it worked out for me this week. I'll take it.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again, Jason. A great finish after a somewhat, let's just call it a messy finish, and yes, sometimes you just need a little luck to get it done, man.
Talladega for you, Mark.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Jason. We hope to see. Are you going to run the trucks this season as well?
I'll be running both series. I'll have my number 22 U.S. Navy truck on Fridays and my 22 U.S. Navy Ford Mustang here on Sundays.
Oh, that's awesome, Jason. I can't wait to see you do this again on Talladega next or this coming Friday, man.
I don't know if I can pull it off twice, but we're gonna try.
Absolutely. Good luck to you, man. We'll see you then.
Yeah, see you Friday, Mark.
All right, Jeff. You've been up there for pretty much, I would say, the second half of the race. You were up there in the front fighting for the lead. How did this end up for you, man?
Well, I mean, qualified 10th, ran up front for a little bit. I go three wide. I get shuffled out. Got caught up in the mess about halfway through the race or so. Decided not to use the fix. Luckily, was way off speed and rode around the back, and caution came out. I'd get back in the pits, get some more damage fixed, do it again, and then about lap 60 or so, when that caution came out, I said, it's all for broke here, and I'm going to take the fix, and it is what it is. I'm going to race for the win, and I got out there, started moving up a little bit, and then as I was getting through the pack, we had the next caution, and a lot of people pit, brought me up to the front, and then just decided, let's go for it. And I like leading. I like being on the bottom. So any chance I had to take it, I took it.
Absolutely. I mean, that's remarkable. I explained that to the viewers earlier before we got started. Really, that that fast repair, a lot of guys take it the first time because I guess it's checked on their first pit stop. But you did the smart thing and waited until you really needed it, and then it worked out pretty good.
And I mean, I like to be on the bottom of the track, but there's no doubt that if you got two guys that know how to super speedway race, how to draft the middle, and you could even make the third lane, as Andrew proved with Tommy going to the front there right before that last caution. You can make it work as long as you can do it right.
Did you have a teammate in that group that was helping you, or you just finding anybody that would run behind you?
I run solo when I run with Scott and Loring here. I've raced with Scott a few times, so if I see Scott, I'll help him out. Or if Lauren was in a race, Pondo Co, Jason Kinzer. I mean, those guys I've raced with before, so I kind of got those pairs. That if I'm near those guys or can help those guys, then I'm more than willing to do it. But Triple Clutch Racing, I am the sole driver for the team in the Blown Piston Racing League.
I got you. Are you going to be running the trucks as well, Jeff?
I do not believe so. Friday nights are a little tougher for me because I usually go hunting on weekends. So Sunday nights, after tonight's race, I may give it a shot. But Fridays, I'll probably just definitely be part-time in and out.
I got you. All right, man. Well, once again, congratulations on a great finish, a well-run race. You kept your head in it and did the right thing at the right moment. Obviously, everybody that's up here needs a little bit of luck to get there, but hey, that's part of super speedway racing. That's part of NASCAR racing to begin with. You can't win a race or be on the top three without a little bit of luck. So once again, congratulations, my friend. Next time we'll see you in Charlotte then.
Sure. Thanks for the broadcast. Thanks to Lauren and Scott for this league. And I put it together and said checkers or wreckers. And when I seen Andrew blocking me there on those last two laps there, I said, either he's going to go in the wall, I'm going to go in the wall, we're both going in the wall.
Yeah.
Because I was not letting up, and I was not going to let him block.
I hear you, man. I hear you. What does the league say about blocking in general? I mean, is he allowed to do that? Because I mean, I'm a road racer myself. On a road race, he would not get away with that.
I mean, it's really all up to the admin. I mean, obviously, if in the case of Andrew and I there, when I was coming off two and I actually got to his outside, if he would have spun across my nose, I was there. So I mean, you got to look at it from the admin's perspective. That's a block gone bad. But what he did, the few times he did get good blocks on me, I mean, no harm, no foul. It didn't cause a caution, didn't nothing really. So I think you just let them have at it and race it to the checkers.
Gotcha. All right, Jeff. Thanks for explaining that to me. Once again, congratulations. Any love yous and thank yous you want to throw out there before I let you go?
Like I said, I just want to thank you for the broadcast, Mark, and want to thank Lauren and Scott for putting on the league and everybody else that's contributed and all the racers that race clean out there. And it was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Jeff. All right, Tommy, you came home with the big one here tonight, man. It looked to me like you had a bit of a midfield first half of the race and then kind of slowly worked your way up. And at the end, you were there.
Yeah, the strategy was I just want to kind of hang out with my teammates and kind of let things unfold because, you can run up here and try to get stage points, but tearing up your car, trying to do that here is not I'd rather win the race and chip away at some stage points, which will be important at these other intermediate tracks. But I went super speedway racing tonight and just kind of chilled out in the back until it was time to roll up to the front.
So, at what point did you decide? Okay, this is the moment I got to be up there. When was that?
It was pretty much with about 20 to go. We knew we had to start working on track position because we knew that cautions were going to fly, and we just tried to do our best not to be the caution. So it was just trying to be as smart as we can and um, not make our own mistakes.
Now, I've seen you on that higher side quite a bit. Do I remember that correctly? I believe you tried that middle and higher lane more than the inside.
I, you know, I think it was Jeff who you were talking before. He likes the bottom, and I'm just the opposite because once you get down there and you get cars around you, you really can't go anywhere. If you got
Yeah,
the
you get boxed in a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'd rather definitely be in the middle or up on the top. If you got the help and they know what they're doing, you can definitely get the momentums that we showed. As we were coming out out of two, me and my teammates, we were lined up 1, 2, and 3. Me, Brian, and my brother, and we were trying to pass a single car in the middle. And but as soon as those guys, the leaders, popped up into the very top lane against the wall, I was like, "We've got help, boys. We're coming." And as soon as we did, we had a nasty run down the back, and then they wanted to block to the inside. And man, me and my teammates were going to finish 1, 2, and 3 until the 5 decided just to come up and just door the crap out of my teammate out of 4 on the last lap. We were like, he just did it as if Brian wasn't there. So I don't know what that was about, but at the end of the day, we push each other to get wins, and hey, it worked out, man.
Absolutely. Well, great going, man. And it looked like that you're the prime example here of good teamwork, really making it work at the final part of the race and taking away a win here. And as you said, if that crash wouldn't have happened, you could have been 1, 2, 3 there. That's amazing, man.
Yeah, we work really. We've known each other, obviously, my brother, but the rest of those guys, we've known each other for years and raced for years together, and we understand what it takes to make this thing fly around these tracks like this. So it's all a team effort. Me, Brian, and then my other 2 teammates got wrecked with Randy Yoakum and Thomas O'Leary.
Yeah, yeah, they weren't so lucky, obviously, but once again, man, great job. The season opener for a brand new series here with Blown Piston Racing is yours. That'll be in the books forever, man. You're the first number one finisher of the series. Are you going to be running the trucks as well with your brother, like you did last season?
Yeah, that's how we became to join this league, was on Friday nights, and we were looking for a place to play and stumbled across this league, and we ran last season, I think part season anyway, and it's run very well. I think Lauren and Scott do a great job, and obviously they got sponsors and broadcasts, which I'm just going to plug a couple of mine. Obviously, some of the series sponsors, like on our banner, I don't think I've heard anybody say it, but JM Transport. There's a couple on the side. We got a contingency pack. Obviously, man, you can't do a lot of this stuff without them. Short shift broadcasting was, I guess, is you guys and Cop Blue, SFI, and then it looks like Wine Choice Constructing. So thanks to all those guys, man, and obviously my primary Northern Tool and Equipment, and my subs with DJ Beverly. He's a really good friend of mine. He hasn't been hanging out as much, but he's considered one of my best friends for life, and he's with Patriot Fire and Coastal Safety Auditors. So thanks to him too, man.
Awesome, man. Anybody else you want to shout out to before I let you go, Tommy?
I think I used it all up, so we'll shout to some more hopefully next week, man.
All right. Sounds good to me. So next week is Charlotte. What's your idea on that? I mean, a totally different track, obviously.
Um, I'm honestly live about 30, 40 minutes from that racetrack, and I consider it a home track for me. It's a challenging place. I'm not as good there as I'd want to be, but I think I should be a top 5 car there, as long as I have some good luck and don't beat myself. And
Right. That well, obviously that's the same everywhere. But that's cool, man. And your home track, that's fun.
yep, yep. And I'm sure I'll have some teammates beat my bumper off there too. So we'll see, man.
All right, all right. Can't wait to see you there, man. And we'll see you on this track once again on Friday. Hopefully, pull off the same kind of stunts you did here.
That would be the plan. So we'll
Uh,
see you then.
all right, Tommy. Thanks very much, man. Congratulations once again. Great result, great race.
Thanks, man.
All right, folks, there you have it. Your top three finishers: Jason Branch, Jeff Figlin, and Tommy Ryan. I apologize for the technical difficulty we had there. I didn't really know how to fix it all that quickly. Just went from one room to the other, and all of a sudden it works. Internet can be that way every once in a while, and I hope the stutters you had during the broadcast didn't cause too much trouble there. We had one incident I know that where it went a little bit south, but hopefully you enjoyed the race here. So the first one for the Blown Pistons Racing League Clash Series on Sunday nights is in the book here at Talladega. We acknowledge and thank our race sponsor, Wise Choice Contracting, your window and door installation and replacement services in the St. Louis area. We acknowledge JM Transport, as you heard Tommy Ryan say also, a transport company specialized in oversized and over-dimensional loads. We thank and acknowledge ST for the providing the yellow flag sponsorship. We also want to thank SFI for the Lucky Dog sponsorship. SchneiderLubricants.com. They are based in Pennsylvania. Also, we want to thank again Wise Guy iRacing Paint Service. That is Scott Wise's company. He is very good at making your car look great for a very reasonable price. So check him out. We also want to thank and acknowledge R&R Enterprises for the Hard Charger Award that Tom Queering is bringing home tonight. We also want to thank DXP for the Frontman Award. Obviously, that award is not going to be given out until the end of the season. My scoring system doesn't really show me the laps led per different driver, but we'll try to keep you up to speed with that as we have more information on that next week at the Charlotte race. And we also want to thank Cop Blue for the Pole Award. That was Avery Wilson's this time. And once again, we want to thank you for being here. My name is Mark. This is Short Shift Broadcasting. Next week on Sunday night, same time, we will be in Charlotte. But before that, on Friday, come and join us for the Season 2 kickoff at Talladega here with the trucks. That is what Blown Pistons started out with last season, and they expanded obviously to the xFinity cars with this Clash series on Sunday night. We've seen a great race. It got a little bit more aggressive towards the end there. We congratulate once again your top three finishers, Tommy Ryan, Jeff Figlin, and Jason Branch. We thank Scott and Laura Wise for putting it all together. We thank you for watching until Friday, and if not Friday, then next Sunday we will see you again for some more great action in the Blown Piston Racing League. My name is Mark. This is Short Shift Broadcasting. Until then, folks, stay healthy and be kind to one another. Thank you very much.